This is Luke Mosina. Batting second, the catcher, J.T. Soley. Hitting third at first base, Jared Dinas. Batting fourth at the designated hitting spot, Alante Boone. Hitting fifth, the pitcher, Brady Corson. Hitting sixth in left field, Clint Fletcher. Hitting seventh, the shortstop is Austin Miller. Chris Baltazar is in right field. Robin Westerman is at second base, and Michael Kuntz is the center fielder. And Luke Kane will get the start tonight. Kane coming off a solid performance last Tuesday night in a victory over Southwind, which was his sixth of the year. Kane is 6-2 with a 1.84 ERA. We start things at 7:23 and a swing and a foul back off the bat of Luke Mosina. No balls, one strike. Mosina at 2.05 with 2 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs, and 18 RBI. Kane's next one, a big curveball taken up. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. Kane, we mentioned 6-2, 1.84 ERA. Opponents hitting .210 against him. 49 and a third innings, 42 hits. 13 earned runs, 9 walks, and 45 strikeouts. The 1-1 delivery, a fastball misses inside for 2 balls, 1 strike. Kane coming off a career-high 9 strikeouts against Southwind. 2-1, the pitch inside corner, taken for a strike, and it's 2-2. Will set the Viking defense. Sweska, Nimrod, and Osley left to right in the outfield. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch, off-speed pitch, grounded toward short. Is picked up there by Qualley. He'll wind up and throw on to first base to retire Mosina. 1 away here in the first inning. Josie Jewell at third, Jake Qualley at short, Colin Nimrod at second, and Bryce Pierce at first. Jake Hovden getting the start behind the plate tonight, and Kyle Kane on the hill. J.T. Soley will bat. He has committed to play baseball at Indiana State, but as many people know, Indiana State coach Rick Heller has taken the job at Iowa. So we'll see if there's any changes there for JT as he takes the first one outside from Kyle. 1 ball, no strikes. Solely at .379, 5 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, and 13 RBI on the season. The next pitch is swung on and fouled back, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tigers trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. They had previously won 8 in a row prior to last Friday night when they hosted Iowa City West and got swept by the Trojans at Cedar Falls. Fastball taken up. It is 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Then last night they traveled to Waverly and lost to the Go Hawks 8-7. 2-1 from Kane, check swing, and Soley couldn't hold up. He goes around, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down, just underway, no score. Glad you're with us tonight from Olensack Field in Decorah on a hot, humid night as the curveball taken outside corner for strike 3 called, and Soley down on strikes, first strikeout of the night for Kyle Kane. 2 down, nobody on, and Jared Dinas to the plate, .367, 10 doubles, 3 triples, no home runs, and 18 RBI. Dinas swings, goes the other way towards left center field after his Cole Sweska. He leaps up, he can't get there. It's 2 hops and against the fence. Dinas will stand at second with a 2-out double here in the first inning. Dinas, with his 11th double of the year, took the curveball the opposite way, and he'll stand at second with 2 outs. When we gave you the Decorah defense, one noticeable absent member was Austin Ashbacker. Austin still feeling some ill effects from being hit in the face/neck area last Wednesday night down at Waterloo West. He has not been cleared to play, so that's the reason Sweska's out and left and Jake Hovden's behind the plate. Alante Boone will bat with a runner at second and 2 down here in the first inning of a scoreless game. Boone looks at the first one low, 1 ball, no strikes. Boone, a .313 hitter with 4 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 22 RBI. Kane comes set, now steps off the rubber. I think with a runner at second base, there's a new series of signs being given between pitcher and catcher, and now Kyle calls Jake Hovden out to make sure they're both on the same page. Jake getting his first varsity start as a catcher tonight. Runner at second, a 1-0 count on Boone with 2 down here in the top of the first inning of a scoreless game. Kyle comes set, looks back at second, a second look at second, and the 1-0 swung on, hammered down the left field line. It's angling into foul ground, and it lands right up against the fence in foul territory, about 20 feet to the left of the 325 sign and straight away left. So it is 1 ball and 1 strike count. Kane kind of hung the breaking ball that time, and Boone almost made him pay for it. Kyle comes set, 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Takes multiple looks at second base in the 1-1. At the knees with the fastball for a strike, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Dinas away from second. Now Kane steps off the rubber before starting his motion. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. With 2 down here in the first inning. Kyle with a long look in at Jake for the sign. He'll come set, and the pitch swung on, a chopper towards third. Fielded there by Josie Jewell. Fires a strike over to Bryce Pierce at first base. And that's that for the first inning. One hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It's Cedar Falls nothing, and Decorah coming to bat. And the Vikings will bat this way. Leading off at second base is Colin Nimrod. Batting second at shortstop is Jake Qualley. Hitting third, the designated hitter, Dustin Carey. Carey will bat for the first baseman, Bryce Pierce. Hitting fourth, the third baseman, Josie Jewell. Hitting fifth in right field, James Osley. Hitting sixth, the pitcher, Kyle Kane. Hitting seventh in left field, Cole Sweska. Hitting eighth, the catcher, Jake Hovden. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Gavin Nimrod. That lineup will face left-hander Brady Corson, who statistically, of the men that Jack Soley has sent to the mound this year, he's had the best year. He's 5-0 with a 1.63 ERA. Opponents hitting 168 against him, 34 1/3 innings, 24 hits, 8 earned runs, 11 walks, and 25 strikeouts. I don't know if the Tigers would refer to him 100% sure as their number one, but statistically, he's been their best performer this year. And Corson is just a sophomore. As we mentioned, the Tigers 21-12 coming in, and they'll open up sub-state play against Marshalltown at home on Friday night. Of course, Decorah will open up district play against Cresco here on Friday night.
The battery for Cedar Falls, Corson and Soley. Bottom half of the first, leading off
with Owine and walk-on starting the night at 5 o'clock. Colin Nimrod will start things here in the bottom half of the first inning, a scoreless game between Decorah and Cedar Falls. The regular season finale, the Vikings have won 8 in a row, and Colin Nimrod, first ball swing, smacks one into right field, but a running catch is made in right by Chris Baltazar. And there's 1 down here in the first inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and Jake Qualley will come to the plate. Qualley has hit safely in 10 of his last 11. He's 17 for 41 in that stretch with 4 RBI. 330 on the season, 3 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 9 RBIs. So look, the first one inside. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 fastball for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike count on Qualley. 1-1. Swung on a fly ball towards left field. Clint Fletcher is under it, and he will make the catch. And 4 pitches have gotten rid of the first 2 Vikings here in the first inning. 2 down, nobody on for Dustin Carey. He's hit safely in 7 out of his last 8. 12 for 27, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs rather, and 8 RBIs in that stretch. He's .368 on the season. 7 doubles, 1 triple, 3 home runs, and 21 RBIs. As that one popped up first base side solely, the catcher is under it, and he's turned around, but makes the catch in foul territory to retire the side. So that's that for the first inning. No score after 1 between Decorah and Cedar Falls. Clint Fletcher looks at a strike as we return to live action here in the top of the second inning. No score between Decorah and Cedar Falls. Fletcher at .227, 3 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs, and 10 RBI. 0-1 delivery, swinging a foul away, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. The Vikings went 1-2-3 in the first inning. That is the first time in 9 games that the Vikings have not scored in the first inning. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. Kane ready, the 0-2 delivery, and the pitch is in the dirt. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach told us in the pregame interview you might see 2, maybe even 3 guys tonight. That's at least the initial plan against Cedar Falls. The pitch goes high. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, with this extra week in the schedule this year, it's kind of messed up a lot of people's regular plans. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on a ground ball towards short. And a couple of hops and right to Qualley. He'll throw to first base, and Fletcher retired 6-3, 1 down here in the second inning. Austin Miller will be the batter, .243 with a double, a triple, no home runs, and 13 RBI. No score, top of the second inning. There's that fine line between going into the postseason rested, but you want to keep your guys sharp as well. As Kyle loops one down the right field line. Retreating is Bryce Pierce, angles into foul ground just beyond the infield dirt and makes the catch. Miller retired on the pop-up, 2 down here in the second inning. 2 down, nobody on, and Chris Baltazar to the plate. In a scoreless game in the second, Baltazar at .277, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, and 15 RBI. Kane kicks and deals, and the first pitch swung on, smacked into right center field, and a base hit. That's one heading to the right center field gap. It's cut off there by Nimrod. Baltazar with a big turn at first base, but he'll hang on right there. So with 2 outs in both innings, Kane has started a Cedar Falls hitter with a off-speed pitch, and the Tigers doing a pretty good job of going the other way and getting a base hit. And Robin Westerman, the second baseman, will bat .130 with no extra base hits and 3 RBI on the campaign. No score here in inning number 2. Runner at first, 2 down. Westerman takes the first one low from Kyle. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Cedar Falls will start their sub-state Friday night, as we mentioned, against Marshalltown at home. As that one off the end of the bat, rolled to the left side. Josie Jewell picks it up, fires over to first base, and Bryce Pierce is able to apply the tag. And that's that for inning number 2. We head to 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It is a scoreless game. Bottom of the second we go, a scoreless game between Decorah and Cedar Falls tonight. Josie Jewell will come to the plate, a .376 hitter. With 11 doubles, no triples, 4 home runs, and 32 RBIs. The pitch swung on and fouled back. No balls, 1 strike to count. Josie has hit safely in 3 straight and 5 of his last 6. He's 9 for his last 21 with 2 doubles, a home run, and 10 RBI in that stretch. As the pitch taken a little bit low, it is 1 ball and 1 strike. Corson, the sophomore left-hander. The stretch and the pitch, ground ball towards third, backhand knockdown made by Mosina at third. He'll throw to first base, not in time to get Jewell. So Josie will become the first base runner on the E5 at third by Cedar Falls. And James Osley will come to the plate. Osley's had a hit and an RBI in 5 straight games. 10 for 18 in that stretch with 3 doubles and 9 RBI. 308 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, and 25 RBIs. So he'll swing at the first one and foul it away. No balls and 1 strike. Corson in for the sign. Comes set. Osley squares to bunt, does so up the third base side. Mosina picks it up. He'll throw to first base with Dynas covering, and the sacrifice is complete. 5-3. Mosina and Corson almost ran into each other trying to retrieve that ball. But fortunately for Cedar Falls, the play was able to be made. A runner at second and 1 down for the hot-hitting Kyle Kane. 11 for his last 28. He's hit in 7 of his last 9. 3 doubles and 9 RBIs on the season. Kane at .302 with 9 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 19 RBI. The pitch is out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Want to know the count. The stretch, a look back at second, another look at second, and the 1-0 delivery is taken low. It is 2 balls and no strikes to count. So a runner at second with 1 down. Corson, the left-hander, ready to go. And the delivery to Kane, smacked into right center field, and that one will land for a base hit. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Josie. He will score, and it is a 1-0 ball game as Kyle Kane with his 10th RBI in his last 10 games. And RBI number 20 on the season. So Kane reaches first base, and Meyer will run for him at first base, and Cole Sweska will come to the plate. He's 4 for 12 on the season with a double and 2 RBI. A move to first base, and Brighton Meyer back to the bag diving. The stretch and the pitch. Fastball outside for 1 ball and no strikes. Sweska getting the start for the injured Austin Ashbacker out in left field. Corson delivers, and the pitch goes outside. It is 2 balls and no strikes to count. Two and 0 the count on Sweska. The stretch and the pitch. A little low, a little outside, so Corson now falls behind Sweska. 3 balls and no strikes. So Sweska sitting in a hitter's paradise at 3 balls and no strikes to count. The 3-0 delivery, a fastball on the inside edge for a strike, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike now. Three and 1 the count. And the pitch, fastball up for ball 4. So first and second with 1 down. The only out the Tigers have gotten in this inning was the sacrifice bunt. And Jake Hovden with a nice opportunity. He's getting the chance to start as well with Austin Ashbacker shaken up. Hovden 1 for 10 with the stick this year. He's 1 for 1 in the stolen base department. Pitch swung on a fly ball towards right field. Chris Baltazar is under it. He will make the catch, and that's the second out of the inning. So Hovden on the first pitch flies out to right. And 2 down here in the second inning. And Jake Hovden will come to the plate. Gavin Nimrod will come to the plate. Nimrod swings the first one and fouls it away. No balls, 1 strike, the count on Gavin Nimrod. A 1-0 lead for Decorah here in the second inning. Corson and look around the base pass and the pitch swung on, fisted towards short. Fielded there on a hop by Miller. He'll throw to first base. Beating us out is Nimrod. So the base is loaded with 2 down here in the first inning. So 2 down. And the base is loaded. And a 1-0 lead for Decorah. And Colin Nimrod will come to the plate. He flew out to right on the game's first pitch. And the pitch taken up. It is 1 ball, no strikes. One and 0 the count. Corson working out of the windup and the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count, and the pitch to Nimrod, a fastball inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. A 1-0 lead for Decorah on a Kyle Kane single to score Josie Jewell. The pitch, it's up and it's off the glove of Soley. Down the line from third goes Meyer. He will score as Soley chased it. The other runners move up as well. So Meyer scores on the pass ball. Sweska moves up to third. And Nimrod down to second. And it's now a 3-1 count on Colin Nimrod. Three and 1 the count. Corson still working out of the windup with 2 outs and runners at second and third. And the pitch swung on a fly ball right center field. Underneath it is Michael Kuntz. He will make the catch to retire the side. But the Vikes score 1 on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left. We head to the top of the third inning. Welcome back to Decorah, everybody. A 1-0 lead for Decorah, or a 2-0 lead for Decorah, I should say, as we go to the third inning. An RBI single by Kane, and Kane's courtesy runner, Brighton Myers, scores on the pass ball. Michael Kuntz will lead things off here in the third inning. Kyle Kane has given up a pair of 2-out singles here in the third inning as Kuntz swings at the first one and fouls it away. No balls and 1 strike. So in that second inning for Decorah, Jewell reached on an error. Osley sacrificed him up. Kane got him home on a base hit to right. Sweska then walked. Hovden flied to right. Nimrod got an infield hit. In the course of that at-bat, a pass ball scores Meyer. Here's ground ball towards third, picked up there by Josie. He'll fire over to first base, a high throw, and Bryce Pierce unable to hold on to the throw. There's a collision at first base, and Kuntz able to reach first base on the error by Josie. Bit of a dangerous situation as Pierce and Kuntz collide at first base. It was a high throw. Kuntz went right into the bag. Nothing dirty about it. Pierce just came down, and Kuntz taking a little bit of time to shake off the cobwebs at first base. And Kuntz looks like he is going to, at least for the moment, leave the game. He walks back towards the dugout. Now walks back towards first base, and a sportsmanlike applause from the Decorah faithful. And a runner at first with nobody out on only the 31st error of the year for the Decorah Vikings in 33 games. That is now 10 fewer errors than anybody else in the Northeast Iowa Conference. Luke Mazina squares to bunt, takes it for a strike on the inside edge. No balls, one strike. Mozina grounded to short in the first, 0 for 1. 2-0 Decorah as we play the top of the third inning. Kyle Kane an RBI single, and Breitenmeyer scores on a pass ball. The stretch and the pitch bunted directly back to the mound area as Kane picks it up and throws to first base, and Colin Nimrod covering a 1-4 sacrifice, one away and a runner at second here in the third inning. And J.T. Soley will come to the plate. Runner at second, one down. And Soley, who struck out looking his first time up, will swing and foul the first pitch back. No balls and one strike to count. Kane has given up 3 base runners, first time through the order, but other than that, this is the second time a base runner has reached second base. The pitch swung on, popped up, foul ball. Jake Hovden was under it, throws the mask away. It lands to his right. It lands in foul territory. So it's no balls and 2 strikes now. 0-2 with 1 down here in the third. So Soley, the .379 hitting catcher for the Tigers, has an 0-2 count on him with a runner at second and 1 down. He's the team leader in RBI as well with 31. As the pitch swung on and missed. A good morning, good afternoon, and good night as Kyle Kane gets his second strikeout. And both times Soley has been the victim. So 2 down and a runner at second for Jared Dynas, who doubled left his first time up. 2-0 Decorah here in the top half of the third inning. Dynas from the left-hand side of the plate. Grounds one up the middle, pass it, or a diving stop is made by Nimrod. He'll keep it in the infield, and that'll save a run for the moment. Colin Nimrod with a nice effort up the middle to prevent that one from going into center field. And first and third with 2 down for Alante Boone.
Designated hitter, Alante
Boone grounded to third his first time up. First and third with 2 down. Kyle in for the sign from Jake Hovden, comes set. And the pitch swung out and missed at a high fastball. It's 0-1. Kuntz at third. He reached on an error to start the inning. Dynas at first. He got an infield hit in the first as well. A swung on fly ball left field. But underneath it is Cole Sweska. He will make the catch to retire the side. A hit, an error, and 2 men left. We head to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Decorah. The Vikings leading by a 2-0 margin. And Jake Qualley will come to the plate. Qualley flew out to left in the first, 0 for 1. The Vikings scored 2 in the second inning. Here's ground ball towards short as Qualley was first ball swinging. Miller bobbles it a little bit, throws to first base and throws wild. Qualley takes a big turn between first and second, so Soley will throw to the second baseman, who throws back to the first baseman, and the out is recorded. So Qualley will reach on an error, but 6-2-4-3 is the way he will be retired on perhaps an ill-advised decision by Jake Qualley. And there's one down here in the third inning as Dustin Carey will bat. He fouled to the catcher his first time up. 0 for 1. 2-0 Decorah as we play the third inning as Carey smacks a single into left. So Dustin Carey continues his hot hitting as he has hit safely now in 8 of his last 9 games. So Carey at first with 1 down, and Josie Jewell to the plate for Decorah. Jewell reached on an error and scored in that first inning. Pitch taken low, 1 ball, no strikes. Couple of steps off the bag at first base is Carey. Corson comes set, and the pitch swung on a fly ball towards right center field. Retreating is Baltazar. He dives. He can't get there. Dustin Carey is being waved in by Coach Olenzak. Josie's making his way to third. There won't be a play at either bag. It's a 3-0 lead for Decorah. Baltazar looked like he had a beat on it. All of a sudden dove and couldn't get there. It'll go as a triple for Josie. His first triple of the season and RBI number 33. So a 3-0 lead for Decorah. And James Osley will look to keep the fun going. Osley sacrificed a runner-up in the third inning, 0 for 1. Osley bunts up the third base side. Corson will pick it up. He'll throw to first base, and Osley is retired, but the suicide works as Josie scores. It is now a 4-0 lead, so James Osley gets an RBI in his 6th consecutive game as the sacrifice bunt works. And Osley gets his 26th RBI of the season. It's a 4-0 lead for Decorah. And Kyle Kane will bat with the bases empty, 2 in and 2 down as Kane swings at the first one and fouls it away. Soley heading back to the screen, and he'll run out of real estate. No balls and 1 strike. Kane, a single to right and a run scored. Or an RBI, his courtesy runner. Brighton Meyer also scored in the last frame. A pair of 2s, 1 in the second and 1 in the third for Decorah. The pitch goes low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Corson ready. He kicks and deals, and the 1-1 delivery is the pitch taken low. It is 2 balls, 1 strike on Kyle Kane now. Kyle has now hit safely in 8 of his last 10 games. A 4-0 lead for Decorah. They're out hitting Cedar Falls 4-3. Cedar Falls out airing Decorah 2-1. 2-1, and the pitch swung on, smacked into right center field. After it is the center fielder Kuntz, and he'll make a running catch in right center to retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and nobody left. We head to the 4th inning. It is a Decorah lead of 4-0. Real estate since 1932. They are the sponsor of our insurance runs promotion. Every time the Viking baseball or softball team this summer scored in the Sixth inning or beyond with the lead. It's an A&J Petersburg insurance run as Clint Fletcher looks at a strike, 0-1. $20 goes to the Decorah Viking Athletic Booster Club from the good folks at A&J. Pitch outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fletcher grounded to short in the second inning, 0 for 1. A 4-0 lead for Decorah here in the fourth inning as that one smacked up the middle past the lunging Qualley and into center field for a base hit. So Fletcher singles to center, and Austin Miller will come to the plate. That's the second straight inning that the Tigers have gotten their leadoff man on, and that's the fourth hit given up by Kane. And Austin Miller will bat. Miller swings and misses at the first one, 0-1. Kyle's given up the 4 hits. He has struck out 2. But most importantly, in typical Kyle Kane fashion, he hasn't walked anybody. In fact, he hasn't even gone to a 3-ball count yet. The pitch just missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Kane comes set, a look towards first. And the 1-1 delivery, swinging a foul back. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes the count on Austin Miller. One and 2 the count. With a man at first and nobody out, Kyle comes set, looks towards first. And the 1-2 delivery smacked up the middle and through for a base hit. So the Tigers with back-to-back singles here in the fourth inning. For the second consecutive frame, they've got multiple runners on in a frame. And Chris Baltazar will come to the plate. Baltazar singled to right his first time up. First and second with nobody out in the fourth inning of a 4-0 lead for Decorah. An RBI single by Kane and a fastball scored 2 runs in the second inning. As pitch fastball up from Kyle. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Josie Jewell with an RBI triple and James Osley with an RBI sacrifice bunt in the third inning. Cal comes set, and the 1-0 delivery swung on a fly ball towards right center field. After it is James Osley. No one's getting this one. It's going to be 2 hops and against the fence. Scoring is Fletcher. Miller being waved in. Relay throw to the plate. Instead, it's going to go to third. Josie applies the tag on the runner at third. Miller ends up scoring. It's a 4-2 ball game. So Baltazar gets an RBI double, but is thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple. From Osley to Qualley to Jewell, or 9 to 6 to 5. It's the 5th double of the season for Baltazar. And RBI number 16. It's a 4-2 lead for Decorah. And the base is empty with 1 down for Robin Westerman. Westerman grounded to third in the second, 0 for 1. 1 hopper right back to Kane, who reached up with the glove, snagged it, and threw to first base to retire Westerman. 2 down here in the fourth inning. 2 down, 2 in. Base is empty, and Michael Kuntz, who reached on an error his first time up, will stand in. Kuntz, a .243 hitter and the number 9 hitter in the lineup for Cedar Falls. 4-4-1 for Decorah, 2-6-2 for Cedar Falls. Pop up right field. It's between Nimrod and Osley, and Nimrod will make the catch to retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits. Or 2 runs, 3 hits rather, no errors and nobody left. We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. It's a Decorah lead of 4-2. Bottom half of the fourth inning for Decorah. It'll be Cole Sweska, Jay Covden, and Gavin Nimrod to face Brady Corson. Corson has given up 4 hits. 4 runs, 2 of them earned to this point. As Sweska will bat, he walked in the second inning. He swings the first one, grounds one to the right side. Westerman picks it up and throws on to first base to retire Sweska. 1 away in the fourth inning. Again, Vikes kind of get into that mode where you're not making the opposing pitcher work too much, because Corson's only thrown 34 pitches to this point. Granted, tonight you can say the same about Cedar Falls as Hovden looks at the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Hovden flew out to right his first time up in the second, 0 for 1. 1-0 delivery, and the pitch is in there for a strike as the lights have just been turned on here at Olensack Field. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Hovden. 4-2 Decorah here in the bottom of the fourth inning as Jake takes one on the inside edge for a strike. It's 1-2. Hovden starting at catcher tonight. Austin Ashbacker still feeling some effects from being hit in the face by a ball last Wednesday night down at Waterloo West. Pitch taken low. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to count now. Two and 2 with 1 down here in the fourth inning. Vikes have been able to score in every frame with the exception of the first. Here's ground ball to the right side, picked up there by Westerman at second. He'll throw on to first base, and Hovden retired. Quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the fourth inning. And Gavin Nimrod will bat. Nimrod got an infield hit back in the second inning to extend his hitting streak to 5. That is the longest streak on the team currently. Osley has 2 sacrifices tonight. He had a 5-game streak coming in as the pitch goes high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. But Osley now has a streak of 6 consecutive games that he has gotten an RBI in. The pitch swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Osley picking up a sacrifice suicide squeeze to score Dustin Carey in the third inning. Or correction, to score Josie Jewell. The pitch swung on and missed. Corson took a little something off, and Nimrod out in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now. District's coming up Friday night. 1-2 with 2 down. The pitch swung on a pop-up left side foul territory. Mosina at third, waved off by Miller, and Miller will drop it in foul territory, according to the home plate umpire. I think Miller was in fair territory, but the ball was in foul territory. The umpire moved out to home plate, looked right down the line, and said it was a foul ball. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 down. The pitch to Nimrod swinging a foul. He did a good job of staying alive on a breaking ball that time. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gavin Nimrod. 4-2 to Decorah. Vikes with a pair of 2s in the second and the third. And Cedar Falls with a 2 spot in the top of the fourth inning. 1-2 delivery, pitch in the dirt, so deuce is wild now on Gavin Nimrod as Corson looks for his second 1-2-3 inning of the night. Two and 2 with 2 down on Nimrod. 4-2 to Decorah here in the bottom of the fourth. The 2-2 delivery swing and a pop-up left side. Miller, the shortstop, is under it. Mosina, the third baseman, was also there, but Miller making the catch from his shortstop position. And the side is out here in the fourth inning. A 3-up, 3-down inning. We head to the fifth inning. It's a 4-2 lead for Decorah. Luke Mazzina tried to bunt his way on it, bunted through the first pitch from Kane. No balls and 1 strike. A 4-2 lead for Decorah as we play the top of the fifth. 0-1 delivery, a foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Jake Hovden. It's no balls and 2 strikes now on Mazzina. 0-2 the count, and the pitch swung on and missed. A good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Mosina. And that's the third strikeout for Kyle Kane on the night. More importantly, no walks. He has given up the 6 hits, but you don't put people on in front of big hitters, you're usually going to be in pretty good shape, and Kyle makes a living doing that. JT Soley looks at the first pitch high, 1 ball, no strike. Soley struck out looking in the first and struck out swinging in the third. One-0 delivery, swing and a foul, right side out of play. It is 1 ball, 1 strike count from Kyle Kane. Kyle just right there through his 50th pitch of the game. Now that's the double-edged sword that we often talk about. You can talk about Cedar Falls maybe not working the count as much as they should. As Soley flies one into left field, a running grab is made in left center by Cole Sweska, and there's 2 down here in the 5th inning. 2 down, nobody on, and Jared Dinas to the plate. He's 2 for 2, double to left in the first and single to center in the third. Left-hand hitter against the right-hand pitcher, Kane. As Kyle kicks and deals. The pitch swung on, sprayed towards left field after his Cole Sweska. Late break, he dives, and he makes the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Stretch down to Decorah. It's 4-2. The Vikings on top. The Vikes with a pair of runs in the 2nd and 3rd, and it's held up to this point as they try to win their 9th straight tonight. They lead at 4-2. Colin Nimrod starts things here in the 5th inning, and he swings and fouls the first pitch back. No balls and 1 strike. Nimrod fly to right in the first and fly to center in the 2nd inning. Vikings with a couple of runs in the 2nd and the 3rd as a ground ball hit to the right side. Picked up there by Westerman, and he boots it, and Nimrod will reach. So that's the 3rd error of the night for Cedar Falls. So an error will allow Nimrod to reach here in the 3rd inning as Qualley will bat. Qualley flew out to left in the first and reached on an error, but was thrown out trying to advance to second after a while throwing the third. A move to first base and Callan back to the bag diving. Up at third is Mosina. Holding the runner out at first is Dinas. Qualley squares to bunt, and another move to first base, and back to the bag diving again is Colin Nimrod. Qualley is squaring to bunt, and that's causing a hard charge from Mosina at third, but oftentimes we see Qualley pull the bat back and slap it by that charging infielder. Let's see if that's going to be the case here. And a move to first base, Colin back to the bag diving. No count yet on Qualley. We're in the 5th inning of a 4-2 lead for Decorah. Corson delivers. Qualley pulls the bat back after showing bunt and looks at it outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Nimrod a couple of steps off the bag once again at first base. Stretch by Corson, a look towards first, and a throw over there, and Nimrod back to the bag diving. Allen is 3 for 3 in the steal department this year. Qualley squares to bunt, pushes up the first base side. Barehand pickup made by Soley, throws to first base, and on a bang-bang play, Qualley retired with Westerman taking the throw. That'll be the 6th sacrifice of the year. For Qualley, it goes 2-4 in the scoring column, and Dustin Carey will bat with a runner in scoring position and let less than 2 outs. Carey Foul to the catcher in the first, single to left, and scored in the third inning. Couple of steps off the bag at second base is Colin Nimrod. Stretch, a look back at second, and the pitch to Carey is a swing and a miss. It is 0-1. In case you're just joining us, Vikes got 2 in the second inning. Kyle Kane single to right, and Kyle Kane's courtesy runner Bright Meyer eventually scored on a passed ball. Josie Jewell a triple to right in the third, and he was brought home on a sacrifice bunt by James Osley. Pitch swung on, a ground ball into left field and through for a base hit. Stopping at third is Colin Nimrod. So the Vikes have him at the corners with one down here in the third inning. And Josie Jewell will come to the plate. Jewell reached on an error and scored in the second inning, and tripled to right, knocked it in a run, and scored again in the third. So Josie's been involved in 3 of the 4 runs Decorah has to this point. The triple back in the third was his first of the year, and it was his 33rd RBI, his 11th in his last 7 games. Home run cut, no contact for Josie. 0-1. This Corson kid, 5-0 and a 1.63 ERA coming in. Opponents were only hitting 168 against him. As a move to first base will send Carey back to the bag. I'll look up here exactly who he had started against. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch, fastball inside corner, taken for strike 2. If you're putting up that sort of numbers against Mississippi Valley Conference teams, might not be the upper echelon teams, but you know what? That's pretty good numbers. I don't care who you're facing. The Vikes with 5 hits in 5 innings. Runner goes, pitch taken high, and Soley can't get a grip on the ball, so Carey will take second base. So Josie will bat with 2 runners in scoring position now. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Now Corson will step off as all 4 infielders will come up for Cedar Falls. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 down. Corson comes set, a look around the base pass, the 1-2, smacked foul on the third base side. So the count remains 1-2 on Josie Jewell. And a relatively quick ball game tonight, as neither pitcher has thrown a lot of pitches. In fact, this will be only 57 for Corson. Kyle Kane's only thrown 50 through 5. Pitch swung on and missed, and Jewell down on strikes. That's the first strikeout for Corson on the night. And there is 2 down here in the 5th inning. And it'll be up to James Osley for the Vikes to take advantage of this opportunity. Osley sacrificed a runner up in the first inning and had an RBI sacrifice bunt on a suicide squeeze play to score Josie Jewell in the third. Osley without an official at bat yet. The pitch swung on, popped up left side. Clint Fletcher is under. Eddie Angles towards the line, and he will make the catch to retire the side. A hit, an error, and 2 men left. We head to the 6th inning. It is a 4-2 lead for Decorah. Top of the 6th inning we go. It's a 4-2 lead for Decorah. For the most part, been a pretty good ball game tonight, as you would expect, between a 24-8 and a 21-12 team. As the pitch in there for a strike from Kyle Kane, 0-1. Alante Boone is the batter. He grounded to third in the first inning and flew out to left in the third. The pitch swung on, popped up, shallow center field, retreating as Nimrod coming in as Gavin Nimrod almost overran it, but made the catch. Obviously, that's always a easier play for the center fielder coming in than the infielders coming out, but
It was probably a bit more dramatic than the Vikings wanted there. As Fletcher looks at a strike, 0-1. 4-2 Decorah here in the sixth. Fletcher grounded to short in the second. And Singleton scored in the fourth inning. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch swung on a fly ball. Right field, angling towards the line, is James Osley. He will make the catch for the second out here in the inning. So 2 down and nobody on. And Austin Miller will bat. So ever since that 2-run double by Baltazar in the fourth inning, Kyle Kane has now settled down and retired 7 in a row. The pitch swung on and fouled back. The ball is 1 strike to Austin Miller, who fouled to first in the second and singled to left and scored in the fourth. Fly ball right field, angling towards the line as Osley can't quite get there as it lands just fair. About 40 feet onto the outfield grass and about 5 feet in fair territory. And a 2-out single for Austin Miller to end that string of 7 in a row retired by Kane. Miller singles to right. So Baltazar will bat now. He represents the tying run and a 4-2 lead for Decorah. Baltazar singled to right in the second and an RBI or a 2-run double in the fourth inning as the pitch goes low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. That Baltazar double, the only scoring play of the night for Cedar Falls as they trail at 4-2. Pitch, curve for a strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. One. Swinging a grounder to the third base side. Charging is Josie Jewell. He'll pick it up. He'll fire to first base. And the ball gets by Bryce Pierce. The runner was there. Josie's throw will allow both runners to move up. So give Baltazar a single. And they advance on the 85. And now all of a sudden you have the tying run in scoring position. And Robin Westerman coming to the plate. So a single, 2 singles, and an error to allow an extra base here in the 6th inning. And Robin Westerman will come to the plate. Westerman grounded to third in the second and grounded to the pitcher in the fourth. Kane comes set, a look around the base pass, and the pitch is a foul ball towards the third base side on the Decorah side. Is no balls and 1 strike to count. So Kane trying to get out of a jam here in the 6th. Pitch swung on and fouled back, so it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Kane has struck out 3. He has walked nobody. Stretch and the pitch, swinging a foul. Right side and out of play, so it's still no balls and 2 strikes on Robin Westerman. The runner at third is Austin Miller. The runner at second is Chris Baltazar. A stretch by Kane. A look around the base pass. The 0-2 is a fastball up for 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. Stretch. A look around the base pass. And the 1-2 delivery. A curveball swung on and missed. Kyle Kane gets out of it here in the 6th with his 4th strikeout. 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left. Insurance run time for the Vikings next. They lead it by a 4-2 margin. Kyle Kane will start things here in the 6th inning. Vikings lead it by a 4-2 margin. Been a good ball game tonight here in Decorah. And the first pitch out of the zone to Kyle Kane. 1 ball, no strikes. Kyle got the first run home tonight with a RBI in his first at-bat as the pitch goes outside. 2 balls, no strikes. He singled to right. His courtesy runner, Brighton Myers, also scored that inning. 2-0 in there for a strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. He flew out to center his other time up in the 3rd inning. Pitch swung on and fouled back. It's 2-2. Kyle's given up 8 hits tonight. 2 runs, both earned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts, including a strikeout of Robin Westerman to get him out of a 2-out rally in the 6th inning. 2-2 the count. The pitch swung on a pop-up, shallow left field. Retreating is the shortstop, Miller, and he'll drop it. He'll drop it out in shallow left. I think Miller was kind of hot dogging that play, and too much mustard on that hot dog, and it's an E6. Miller was under that ball. He had his back to the infield and was trying to make a little bit of a basket catch, but outs are what counts, not what looks cute. On the highlight film, we do see that Jake Qualley and Josie Jewell are both warming up in the Decorah bullpen should Kane get into trouble in that 6th inning. And a move to first base, and Brighton Myers picked off. Meyer was leaning on the play as Sweska stepped into the batter's box. Corson, with a naturally deceptive move, ends up getting the pickoff of Meyer. And 1 down here in the 6th inning as that one smacked foul down the right field line. No balls, 1 strike on Cole Sweska, who walked in the 2nd inning and grounded to second in the 4th. 4-2 Decorah as the Vikes trying to win their 9th game in a row. Pitch swinging a foul back, so it's no balls, 2 strikes rather on Cole Sweska. Again, Vikes without the services of Austin Ashbacker tonight. Still feeling some ill effects from the getting hit by a pitch down at West Waterloo last week. 0-2 delivery swing and a foul at the plate, so still no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing and 2 the count. Corson ready in the pitch, swung on, and a ground ball foul as Soley picked it up behind the plate, but he was well in foul territory. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corson's thrown only 66 pitches tonight. Kyle Kane has thrown 66 through 6 as well. That's why we're only about an hour 15 old. 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss as Sweska chases a bad one. And that's only the 2nd strikeout of the night for Corson. So 2 down, nobody on, and Jake Hovden will bat. Hovden getting the first varsity start in his career behind the plate. Flew out to right in the 2nd, grounded to second in the 4th. There was 1 foul pop up behind the plate. He had a little bit of trouble with, but other than that, he's performed admirably behind the plate, being called into duty as the curveball hits the front knee, and it's taken for a strike, 0-1. If you look ahead to the Cedar Falls 7th, they'll have 9-1-2 due. Kuntz, Mosina, and Soley. Pitch taken low. It is 1 ball, 1 strike count. That part of the order is a combined 0 for 8 with the sacrifice, but the 7th inning will be a new frame. Of course, there's 1 out to get before you get to that point. And the 1-1 delivery is a ground ball toward short. Austin Miller will charge and go underneath his glove, does the ball. And Hovden will reach on the 2nd error of the inning for Austin Miller and the 5th one of the night for Cedar Falls. So the inning stays alive for Gavin Nimrod. Gavin, an infield hit in the 2nd and a pop out to short in the 4th. He's 1 for 2 on the night, a 4-2 lead for Decorah. Vikings are getting out hit 8-5, but Cedar Falls out airing them 5-2, but that gets back to the old putting the ball in play thing. Vikings have only struck out twice tonight. They're averaging about 2.5 strikeouts per game as the pitch flung on and fouled back and out of play. There's no balls and 1 strike. Nimrod has hit safely in 5 straight. That's the longest streak on the squad right now. No balls, 1 strike to count. Hovden will lead at first base. Stretch by Corson, and a move over there will send Hovden back diving to the bag. Corson comes set, and the 0-1 offering a curveball taken on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 0-2 now on Gavin Nimrod. The ball's 2 strikes to count. The stretch and the 0-2 swung on a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. A seeing eye single for Gavin Nimrod. And that'll send Hovden to second base with 2 down. And Colin Nimrod will look to keep the inning going. 4-2 Decorah here in the 6th. Colin has flown out to right in the first inning, flew out to center in the second inning, and reached on an error in the 5th. Corson with the stretch. A couple of quick kids on base as the curveball taken low to Colin Nimrod. 1 ball, no strikes. Regular season coming to a close tonight. 33rd game for Decorah. Stretch and the 1-0. Taken low. It is 2 balls, no strikes to count. Stretch by Corson. A look around the base pass. And there's a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Nimrod. Hovden away from second. Gavin away from first. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. And Colin asked for time. It wasn't granted, but he took the pitch outside. So it's now 3 balls and 2 strike, or 3 balls, 1 strike, I should say. He was asking for time. The home plate umpire didn't grant it to him. So we proceed at 3-1 now. Pitch inside for ball 4. So Nimrod draws the walk. That's only the second one given up by Corson, the second one all night, as Kyle Kane has not walked anybody. And Jack Soley out to talk to Corson. And looks like this is just going to be a strategy session more than anything, with the bases loaded and 2 down. Actually, it's probably more of a pep talk. The strategy session here is get the out and let's get our sticks going in the 7th. I mentioned this is the 33rd game for Decorah. It's the 23rd game we've had right here on AM 1240 KDEC. Softball team ended up playing 33 games. We had 22 of their games on KDEC as well. So an awfully busy summer, but that's the way we like it, as Brady Dolly, I believe, is going to run at third for Hovden. The Nimrod boys will be at second and first, respectively. And Jake Qualley will bat. Qualley flew out to left in the first. reached out an error in the third, sacrificed a runner up in the sixth. Bases loaded, 2 down, bottom of the sixth inning. A 4-2 lead for Decorah. Corson will work out of the stretch with the bases loaded and 2 down. And the pitch to Qualley, outside corner, taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Off of third, Dolly. Off of second, Gavin. Off of first, Collin. The ball's 1 strike. A look around the base pass, and the 0-1 is taken up. It is 1 ball, 1 strike on Qualley. In Cedar Falls, will have 9, 1, and 2 due in the 7th inning, so any sort of insurance runs here would be nice for Decorah. 1-1 with 2 down. Pitch taken low solely with a nice stop. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike to count. Corson looking around the base pass, now steps to the rubber. Corson comes set, a look around the base pass again, and the 2-1 is at the knee and for a strike, so the deuce is wild now on Jake Qualley. Qualley has warmed up in case Kane gets into trouble in the 7th, as has Josie Jewell. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. Dolly off of third, Gavin off of second, Collin off of first. Corson delivers 2-2, swung on, and into center field for a base hit. Brady Dolly will score. Gavin coming to the plate. The throw to the plate is dropped by Soley. Moving up to third will be Collin Nimrod on a 2-run single by Jake Qualley. 2 big A&J Petersburg insurance runs for the Vikings, and a 6-2 lead for Decorah. The throw came into the plate on multiple hops. The throw actually did beat Gavin Nimrod to the plate, but Soley couldn't corral the knuckleball. And Qualley gets RBIs 20 and 21 on the season. And the lead is 4 as Cedar Falls will make a pitching change. We'll tell you about it here in a moment. Hunter Schelfelbein is coming in here for Cedar Falls, making his 9th appearance, his 5th out of the bullpen. He's 3-2 with 3.75 ERA, 2.48 opponent's batting average against. 28 innings, 28 hits, 15 earned runs, 4 walks, and 13 strikeouts on the season. He'll try to put out the fire as Corson done after 5 2/3, giving up 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, walking 2 and striking out 2. Of course, the runners on base are still his responsibility. Jake Qualley with a big 2-run single to extend the lead to 6-2. And Dustin Carey will try to add on to the fun. That is the first correction. Now 3 of the 6 runs Decorah has scored tonight have come with 2 outs. That is the first hit to score a run with 2 outs. The other one scored on a pass ball. In case you're just joining us, Vikes got 2 in the 2nd inning on a Kane RBI single. Kane's courtesy runner, Brighton Meyer, scored on a pass ball. Later on that frame, Vikes got 2 in the 3rd inning. An RBI triple by Josie Jewell and an RBI sacrifice squeeze play bunt by James Osley. Cedar Falls got 2 in the 4th on a 2-run double by Chris Baltazar. And a Jake Qualley 2-run single has scored the 2 here in the 6th inning. I got it as the first pitch out of the zone to Dolly, who's 2 for 3 with a run scored. I got to correct the line. 6 runs, only 2 earned for Corson. The 1-0 delivery, swung on, ground ball towards third, picked up there by Mosina. He'll throw across the diamond to retire Qualley, or retire Carey. And that's that here in the 6th inning. But the Vikes get 2 A&J Petersburg insurance runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 runners left. We head to the 7th inning. Decorah leading by a 6-2 margin. A 6-2 lead for Cedar Falls as we go to the 7th inning. Michael Kuntz will lead, or for Decorah, I should say, over Cedar Falls. His pitch taken high. 1 ball, no strikes. Kuntz reached on an error in the 3rd inning and popped to 2nd in the 4th. Kyle Kane's gone the whole way. This is only his 68th pitch of the night. The 1-0 is a swing and a miss on a curveball down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kane has yet to go to a 2-ball count on any batter. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch swung on a ground ball towards third, picked up there by Josie Jewell. He'll fire across the diamond, scooped out well by Bryce Pierce at first base, and 1 down here in the 7th inning. 2 RBIs for Qualley tonight, 1 for Osley, 1 for Jewell, 1 for Kane, and the other run scored on a pass ball. Kyle Kane's been pretty steady tonight. Giving up the 7 hits, the curveball for a strike, nothing in 1. But this is a team that plays a 4A schedule and has 121 games. So the fact of the matter is you're facing a pretty darn good team tonight. As fly ball goes into left field, Cole Sweska after it. He will make a 2-handed grab for the 2nd out here in the 7th inning. So the Vikes 1 out away from victory. The only man standing in the way right now is JT Soley. Soley is 0 for 3, struck out looking in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd, and fly to left in the 5th. 6-7-2 for Decorah, 2-8-5 for Cedar Falls. So Kane has given up the 8 hits, the 2 runs, both have been earned, 2 no walks and 4 strikeouts as Soley swings and fouls the pitch back, no balls, 1 strike. Again, Kyle yet to go beyond a 2-ball count to any batter tonight. Kyle Kane doing what Kyle Kane does. Part of the reason he's hopefully on the verge of getting his 7th win as curveball taken low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great outing down at South Wind, and even before that, I think was his 2nd best outing of his career against Charles City the Friday night before. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch swung on, smacked into center field. After it is Nimrod. He makes the catch, and that's a Viking victory. The Vikings end the regular season at 25-8, winning their 9th game in a row. 6-2, 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left for Decorah. Cedar Falls with 2 runs, 8 hits, 5 errors, and 6 left. Winning pitcher Kyle Kane, complete game, 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 5 strikeouts. The losing pitcher Brady Corson, Kane goes to 7-2. Brady Corson drops to 5-1 on the season. So Decorah closes out the regular season at 25-8. Cedar Falls will close out their regular season at 21-13. Many people to thank for making the broadcast possible. First and foremost, our advertisers, the good sports-minded people who helped us bring the game wherever you were tonight. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you, that's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. Final score tonight, Decorah wins over Cedar Falls 6-2. Well, regular season is now done. The real season is about to begin as the district tournament opens up on Friday night. Decorah will take on Crestwood. 6:50 will be our airtime on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.net. So, for our entire KDEC sports team, for Elliott Christian, as always, on moral support, my name is Darren Swenson, saying so long from Olin Zach Field in Decorah. Vikes win at 6-2. Thanks much for tuning in. We'll talk to you again come Friday night for the district tournament.